All right, I am here with your realtor, Alan Wisman. Hello, Alan.
Wait. So you're not a realtor anymore?
I am, yes.
Like,
But
wait a minute. I thought we
wait,
were in this together.
are you? They haven't kicked me out yet.
No,
So,
not yet.
yes. But, you're the star of this show, of this newscast. So, we're going to talk about not necessarily a happy topic, but people are asking us and they're wondering, are we going to have another 2008? So, what does your data show, sir?
So the data shows that we're in a much different market. As we've talked about this before, we're in a very different market than we were before.
Right.
Case in point, I think you have a graph about
Yeah.
forbearance. And forbearance, I guess the easiest way to explain forbearance, thank you, is kind of forgiveness for a period of time. Uh,
Hmm.
and so during the pandemic, people could apply for forbearance and basically not pay their mortgage for a period of time. The bad
Well, there
part
was a
about
lot of uncertainty. Like people didn't really know what
they
was going
didn't
to
really
happen.
know.
So you might as well have done that if you were nervous or you lost your job or something like that, right?
Right. The bad part is it gets added to the other side, and you do have to pay it at some point, but it does give
Right.
you sort of a reprieve
Yeah.
of paying your mortgage. That has decreased. You can see through the graph here that drastic decrease since
Yeah.
2020 when we were in the middle of the pandemic. That has gone down to 0.69%. So that's definitely not as big a concern. And the other thing that's so much different is that people have so much equity in their home. So the
Right.
data that we have is the average equity is 300,000. I mean,
That's a lot. Like
300,000, that's like,
nationally.
yeah, nationally, yeah,
Yeah.
300,000 in equity. So yeah, I mean, obviously you have to look at where your market is. I mean, in 300,000 Cincinnati that's like over the average price of
Yeah. So
all.
it's not going to be that much. But I think you're making a good point because before people had been overpaying for houses and then the market went down, but we're not, even though we're not really experiencing that. I mean, even though maybe there's been a slight adjustment in the actual prices of homes, it's not like they've been cut in half.
Right, right, exactly. But if people are experiencing issues with their mortgage, there are alternatives to that.
Mhm.
So if you're experiencing a problem, there are a few different ways, and we sent this out on our newsletter. But there are ways to restructure your loan. You can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure if you feel like you're going to not be able to pay your mortgage for a period of time. And then there's also short sale. So a short sale is basically the bank and you agreeing that you're not going to be able to sell your house for what you owe. And
Right.
so they will do a short sale here. So there's options. But the issue is that that's not really, we're not seeing a
What's
lot of that
happening?
right now. It's
Yeah.
not really what's happening. We're not seeing a lot of short sales, and that's the prediction of that is not high. So
Right.
yeah, but
Yeah.
uh,
But everybody's
what
situation is different.
it is
So
very
is there a chance of these large scale crises like 2008? The economists are saying they don't see any evidence for that. So
no.
no.
It
But
it feels like it. I mean, it does feel like it just because of the economy and the inflation. It feels and people feel badly, but the
rates just
market.
went down,
Yeah, I know.
like
Yeah, I saw you live talking to Dan Farrell, our
yeah,
rockstar lender, and yeah, no, you're right. So that we think it's going to be definitely during the last couple of years we were in a very weird
mhm,
over accelerated market, and it is correcting, and so we have to go
right.
through that correction, and that does feel painful, but we don't feel that that's gonna the big huge
But I
crash.
think like overall, unless you bought your house, like the only chance of being underwater is like if you refinanced a bunch of times and took all your equity out.
Yeah.
Or I mean, there's probably some other situations, but that's
Oh,
why,
yeah.
yeah, that's why
You
everybody's
you
situation is
enjoyed
different.
You
Um,
enjoyed the equity
yeah, already.
by liquidating that
Yeah.
in
So
actual cash.
right. So if people want to talk to you about their specific situation, figure out what their house is really worth and what are their best options, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, 513-646-1488. And I will also add that we have a nice team of financial advisors too that we can connect you with, that can help with, if you have questions about your mortgage, or you want to talk about
Right.
refinancing or restructuring, we can do that as well. So
There's a
yeah,
lot of options out there. And this is actually, well, but this is actually how we started helping people in short sales. And that's how I became a real estate agent.
yeah,
So, yeah,
exactly.
so we
Yeah,
know we have experience in it as well.
exactly.
Um, well, thanks for joining me, Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.